Hey folks, Kevin Marino here, the Straight Talking Networker. I'm coming to you live today to talk to you about something that's incredibly important and one of the top lessons I teach people on a regular basis, and that is never stop learning. All right, if anybody ever gets to the point if you ever get to the point where you think you've learned everything that you need to learn in network marketing or whatever field you're in, someone needs to just slap you in the back of the head, because there is no time ever where you should feel that you've learned everything you need to learn. I mean, think about this for a second, okay? It is, it's so funny because I think back to some of the people that I've worked with in the past, and there's a couple people that, they were so stuck on the 90s. They were stuck in an era that just didn't make sense to people anymore today. So people couldn't relate. Understand that if you don't keep learning, you're going to get to a point where people can't relate to you. And if people can't relate to you, your teams and your businesses are not going to grow. My job, my goal is to make it so, is to teach people and pass along information where you're always learning how to grow, where your teams are growing. And how do you do that? You stay current, you stay relevant. Now, am I telling you that you have to go to every event that you could possibly go to? No. What I will tell you, though, is you need to pick some events. First off, the first and foremost ones that you go to and you don't miss are your company's events, okay? So whether they're local, they're regional, they're national, whatever events that you need to go to for your team, your company, you be there. But on top of that, you need to pick some generic events throughout the year that you're going to attend. I recommend a few, and you may like the ones that I go to, you may not like the ones I go to, but what I will tell you is the ones I go to, I have met some of the most amazing people and learned so much from just some of the best minds in the industry. Literally 6, 7, 8-figure earners in this industry that I learn from on a yearly basis. Now, one of my favorite events to go to, and it's coming up here soon, so if you're watching this prior to June of 2017, it's coming up in the first weekend in June, from June 1st to 4th. All right, it's called the ANMP, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals. I really like this event because there literally are about 50 7-figure earners that fly in from around the world to share information, kind of give back to the industry that has treated them so amazingly. All right, I actually served on the board there for a couple years. I know some of the, many of the people there. It's not a huge event. So, I mean, there's not tens of thousands of people there, so you can actually mingle with the people who have that you can learn so much from. So you can go there and you can mingle with them, you can sit. I mean, it's a 4-day event. I highly recommend the VIP ticket because it's like $297 and it includes so many of your meals for the weekend too. So those of you that are on a budget, it really helps, and it's an outrageous event. As a bonus, hopefully you think it's a bonus, I will actually be speaking there again this year. So if you're there, please do me a favor, come up and say hello. I want to meet you because I love meeting just many people, as we come across different folks in the industry. But all right, what's the next one I attend all the time? I love the events that Eric Worre puts on. The GoPro Mastery, his recruiting thing. He does just outrageous events. They've gotten a little big, but what I'll tell you is you meet so many amazing people there that it's well worth going. The last event, I think, was close to 20,000 people this past, I think it was October, it was December. This past December in Vegas was close to 20,000 people. This coming year, 2017, it's actually going to be in November. Probably again, it'll be about 20,000 people. It is, you see some of the most amazing people on stage, and some of the special guests he has come in are just absolutely outrageous. Well worth it. You'll get to meet, again, if you're going to do it, do the VIP. Why? if I have to tell you why to do the VIP, I don't think you're getting where I'm going here. All right? Any event you go to, if you're serious, if you're a leader, if you want to learn from the best, if you want to rub elbows, you want to hang out with the people who get it, have been there and done that, you go VIP. Does it cost you extra? Yes, it does. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. You want to go to the VIP parties. You want to talk to folks. You want to learn from them. You want to meet people. You want to create those extra special networking connections. All right, so those are a couple really, really good events to go to. Some of the other people I've gone to their events. Big Al, Tom Schreider. Big Al puts on some really cool events. I highly recommend them. I've been going to events for a gentleman that's just come on the scene that a lot of you don't know. I've had the pleasure of knowing him for quite some time. That gentleman's name is Bob Heilig. Bob does just amazing events. He is, when I tell you, he's a guy that everybody in this industry is going to know his name within the next few years. That's just who he is. He's outrageous. An event I'm going to this coming weekend. I'm going down to Florida. I'm going to be with Ray Higdon down in Florida. Ray Higdon, another gentleman who, if you haven't seen his events, you need to go. All right, he does them on branding, he does them on recruiting, he does a lot of different things. This one happens to focus on recruiting. And here's the deal. The goal is to go there, take a lot of notes, just absorb all the information so you can go back and you can teach it to your team. Obviously, you want to bring as many of your team as possible with you, but if only a few of them can go, guess what? Doesn't matter. You go. You learn the information, because the next year, guess what? You're going to bring people with you. The next event, you're going to bring more people with you. See, folks, that's what it's about. You need to keep learning. The more you keep learning, and here's what I'll tell you. There's times where I've gone to these events, and I'll be writing my notes, and if you look, I'll go through, I just go through page after page after page, and I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm writing. All of a sudden, somebody says something, I'm writing it on, I'm like, wow, I get this aha moment, and I realize that one nugget is going to make me tens of thousands of dollars. And it's happened. All right, when I was going to some of the earlier Eric Worre events, and I was building an energy company at the time, there was a couple things that were said at that event, and I circled them, and I put stars around it. When I went home, I read it again. I talked to my business partner about it. We went through, we strategized. Those aha moments at those events helped us to build a team in excess of 146,000. Now, could we have done it without that aha moment? Probably. I'm not saying we couldn't have. But in my opinion, it would have taken us longer. All right, folks, if things are going to take you longer to do, you're leaving money on the table. If you can find a shorter, faster, quicker way to do something just as effectively or possibly more effectively, you owe it to yourself to learn that. You owe it to your team to be able to go back to them and teach that to them. You see, if you're willing to always go out there and keep learning and then take that information and go back and teach it, understand that the second best way, some people say it's the first best way, but I will say it's the second best way. You need to go and you need to learn first off. But the next best way to learn the topic deeper is to now teach it. Because if you teach it and then you teach it, you study it again, you teach it and you teach it and you teach it, it starts really getting into your head. You start getting to understand it more and more. And then as you kind of get more and more comfortable with whatever particular concept that you're teaching, you will become more effective not only at doing that particular concept, but at teaching that concept and helping others to do it as well. So look at the generic events out there. Attend them. I will tell you, they're not just available in the United States. They're all over. So wherever you're watching these videos from, I know there's a lot of people from Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. I mean, I'm getting a lot of folks from all over that are commenting and following and sharing. Wherever you are, you're getting generic, really high quality events. You want to attend them, and again, bring as many people as you can with you. Now, I'll tell you what, I go to a lot of these events. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you folks there. Just when you see me, please, again, introduce yourself. Tell me who you are. Let's connect. Let's exchange each other's contact information. Let's stay in contact, and let's grow just an incredible businesses out there together. You guys have a great day. This is Kevin Marino, Straight Talking Networker, saying, have an awesome day. We'll talk soon. Take care.